Hey Internet, it's Paisley Computer and we're back with a new video, and I'm shooting in my little studio here, and I'm very happy to report that the numbers for this channel are going up. So thank you for subscribing, but I think with this video we're going to put them right back down into the dumpster because we are talking about the newest dead technology. Yes, that is virtual reality. I've got a Quest 3 helmet here, and we're going to be playing some nostalgic 90s FPS retro shooters. In fact, one of the most retro shooters, Wolfenstein. So this is a little bit of a love letter to one of my favorite games. Very nostalgic. Probably the very first game that I ever played as a kid. And there are some really crazy ways to play this game now. So I'm going to share a few things with you. And yeah, let's just get right into it.
The year is 1995. In the opening sequence of the action crime drama The Net, we see Sandra Bullock cheating at Wolf 3D. Notice her health never drops below 100%. Her client asks her to figure out why this game is always crashing. Well, that's because she's playing the Macintosh version of the game. But I prefer the 3DO version, arguably the best version of the game. The 3DO version actually started as a SNES port, which was then upgraded and ported to the Atari Jaguar, which was then ported and upgraded to the Macintosh, which was then ported and upgraded and finally to the 3DO. This version has CD quality audio, higher resolution textures, and updated sprites, but the maps are a bit of a fever dream of the original. Now, if we're going to talk about crazy versions of Wolfenstein, we've got to talk about Wolfenstein X, Hearts of Liberty. This is a ZDoom mod created by Vorpal. This mod contains 35 maps, and the new remastered and enhanced version is available in the link on ModDB. This is a fantastic high-intensity map pack that is just gory beyond all belief. I do believe it might be piggybacking on the Brutal Doom architecture in ZDoom. You're still blowing away brown shirts. Having a great time being BJ Blazkowicz, but as you can see, the scale of the rooms and just the kind of design of things feels very Doom-like, which is fine. It's a great mod, and I highly recommend it. But if you're looking for the ultimate flat-screen Wolfenstein experience, Hallowed Be Thy Name Realm 667's Blade of Agony is bar none the absolute best. This feels like a sequel to Wolfenstein from another timeline. It is just unbelievably incredible. Everything about this game, from the level design to the sprite work to the environments. Look at this cinematic crawl as we get ready to play the first level. It is just an absolute masterpiece of game design. The team that put this together are absolute wizards. You can just see the amount of dedication and devotion they've put into this. And the crazy part is you can play this for free. However, I do recommend that you please give donations on their website, because work like this takes time and these guys deserve to get paid. While not as frantic and violent as Wolfenstein X, this version of the game is a little more subdued. You feel a little bit more like James Bond. You know, you're traveling the world and taking on these brown shirt bastards. So as you can see here, you've got environmental damage, you've got weight to all the firearms, and then later in other episodes they introduce sneak mechanics, so you've got visibility mechanics, and this game just keeps you on your toes. You just never really know what to expect next. And there's just so many environmental things that you can interact with. It just gets really fun to see what kind of chain reactions of things you can set off. Blade of Agony really allows the player to decide how they want to play. You can go in very sneaky or guns blazing, and you'll have a very different experience in all the levels. Now, for the Wolfenstein purists and those looking for a nostalgia bomb, check out EC Wolf. EC Wolf allows you to play the original Wolfenstein 3D on modern systems. It also includes AdLib and Sound Blaster emulation and widescreen support. So you can just go right back to the 90s and enjoy that crisp synthesizer tones. And And EC Wolf allows you to also crank up your aspect ratio and screen resolution. But really, this video is not about playing the original game on a flat screen. We need to take this into the third dimension. That's right. I'm gonna be BJ Blazkowicz, and I'm gonna take out these damn Nazis. Using Sidequest, I uploaded the ZQuestZDoom launcher and associated Doom WAD files to my Quest 3 headset. The ZQuestZDoom launcher enters you into this large menu where you can choose from a wide variety of core games. You can download different map packs. You can download different gameplay and gore mods. You can even get VR weapon packs, download music, and even high definition textures. So for this first run, we're going to use the Doom 2 core. So that's going to be basically the engine. And then we're going to apply a Wolfenstein 3D map pack over the top of that. And since we're using the old Wolf 3D map pack, we want to also add the Wolf maps. So then when we load up the game, you can see we're playing Wolf 3D in 3D. While we have a lot of levels available to us, we'll just go ahead and jump into the first one, because everybody knows E1M1. It just doesn't feel right to hold the controller with two hands while I'm holding the pistol yet. So we're going to one-arm this until I get the machine gun. Through the magic of editing, we're going to go through the hallway, hit that secret passage. Alright, now we're ready to go two-handed. And this game in VR feels really good, but we got to level it up. So back on our mod matrix here, we're going to fire up a different Wolfenstein mod. And this one includes a few 3D weapons and a few other radical updates. And this is Zio McCall's Brutal Wolfenstein. And played in VR. You can hear it's got the updated soundtrack. This combines all the best things from ZDoom, the 3DO versions of Wolfenstein, really great level design, some really fun gameplay mechanics, destructible environments. It's got it all. This is just a really, really, really fun mod. And in the level select, you'll see here that it's got episode 1 and 2 remakes, which are actual complete remasters of the first 2 episodes. And here I'm just kicking it off with episode 2 because I've actually played through all of episode 1, and I just wanted to get my feet wet and see what episode 2 was all about, because I know we introduced the zombies in this episode. These zombies are no joke. You're never quite sure when they go down, because they might lay on the ground and get back up. And another really fun thing about playing in VR is you can actually get up on the wall and kind of lean out, or just stick your gun out while you hide behind the wall. It's just so satisfying, like getting those cheap shots in there while you're hiding behind the corner. But VR and these old school retro shooters actually work very, very well together. The just quick mechanics and just simplicity of it all is just so much fun. Some of my favorite moments in this game are just the long hallways when you're just trying to pick off the guys at a distance. It's, again, just super satisfying the way the controls work and how it feels with the 2 controllers actually attached is very weird, and it really tricks your brain into thinking that you're holding that rifle. And the Sandlackey VR gun stock that I'm using, basically the 3D printed controller that holds your controllers, is great. You can pull off some pretty funny things with it, such as kind of how I hide in the corner here, and you can just kind of raise the rifle as you're hiding, and just get some real cheap shots. It's quite a delight when you find just the perfect angle to be hidden and get some shots off. And this remaster of the first episode of Wolfenstein 3D really goes out with a bang. The final boss battle is just so much fun. Good old Hans Gross comes out and he is just hucking grenades and railing on you with his dual machine guns. You just gotta keep moving and hiding behind these pillars, and hopefully you don't get locked on with his insane machine guns, because he takes you down quick. So at this point, I am just strafing and ducking and diving for my life, and keeping an eye on my ammo, because you will get caught in the middle of those reload animations. But just keeping your distance and just continuing to pepper old Hansi with plenty of lead, and we'll quickly dispatch of this Nazi bastard. And out of nowhere, so the whole episode I didn't know there was an axe, so I just got pretty excited about the axe. So using old Hansi's key, you get to walk out of the castle and check out the final celebration and the conclusion of the first episode of Zio McCall's brutal Wolfenstein. So if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, please go ahead and subscribe and share with your friends if they too would enjoy this kind of stuff. I'm always making interesting music, playing with technology in fun ways, and just learning different ways to do new things. So I'll catch you on the next one.